The Battle of the Ravine has to be one of the biggest rivalries in all of college football. Though it is in Division Two football, it's one of the deepest down rivalries. That's for sure. If you don't know, it's between Henderson State and Washita Baptist University in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, a very small town in Arkansas, and it's famous because it's zero point 0.7 miles away, I believe, a 5 minute walk between both stadiums. And when it's at the other people's stadium, the fans gather at their own stadium and just walk across the road to the other stadium. It adds to the nostalgia of the game and makes it extremely interesting.
Yeah, so obviously one of the oldest rivalries in college football. It started in, I believe it says 1895 here. So obviously a long,
Long time ago.
long tradition there. And at the time, Henderson State was known as Arkansas Methodist College. They would lose to Washita Baptist in the first game, 8-0. That game was actually on Thanksgiving. And there's so many cool facts about this football game. For a lot of people that don't know, these campuses are literally right next to each other. I mean, as close as you can get. They say it's the shortest road trip in college football because it's 7/10 of a mile apart. And as Colin just said, they literally walk to the other football stadium. So it's pretty interesting. It's gotten out of hand in the
Yeah.
1950s. There were prank wars and a lot of vandalism. Some of these pranks included Washita. Uh, who was it that did it? I'm sorry. And one of the teams, Henderson State's cheerleaders, kidnapped Washita's homecoming queen and took her to a house at Lake Hamilton. So I'm pretty certain that the rumors were that the FBI even got involved in this. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's just crazy to think that in a small town like Arkadelphia that has like 10,000 people in it, that you have a college football rivalry that got that bad.
Yeah, and one of the things when this game is being played that Washita's mascot is a tiger. Washita students will camp out around the statue of their tiger and just be basically guard it for that whole week. So Henderson State students can't come and vandalize it. It's just absolutely crazy. You don't really see many of those rivalries as big anymore. And like it's a highway right here. Washita's on one side and Henderson State's on the other. It's just there's no in between. And there's no restaurants there besides Sonic. There's a Cracker Barrel and another couple small restaurants. It's just crazy how it's such a big rivalry being two smaller schools. But man, they hate each other. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and historically, it's pretty even. It's almost 50-50. I think Washita Baptist has won the game a few more times than Henderson State, but the hate is so deep. I have a friend who went to school at Henderson State, and he went to Washita Baptist to hang out because, like, you're so close. You have friends that go to either or.
Yeah,
He went over there, and he had a Henderson State parking pass, obviously. Well, he stayed the night at his friend's dorm, came out the next morning, and they had slashed his tires on his vehicle. I mean,
it's
it's insane. So there's been rumors of them like crop dusting each other's campuses with marshmallows, and they said there's a rumor that at one point the trophy was a golden egg, but apparently it got buried somewhere in the ravine. Now that might be a myth, but it's funny that that's how much hatred is there, like you're saying. What are some other interesting things that you find about this rivalry?
I think just obviously there was a Reese Davis wanted and he pushed for College Game Day to be at the Battle of the Ravine this year. Uh, I don't think he got pushed through because it was a D2 school, smaller school, but also Herb Street's got to fly in. If y'all don't know, Herb Street calls the game on Thursday. He's got to get there Friday morning for meetings and then got College Game Day on Saturday. There's no place to fly a private jet in to one of these campuses to do anything. Uh, it's probably a 2 hour drive from where they would fly in, hour drive. And so that just it's not really very efficient. And I think that's what hurt their chances of being College Game Day. But if College Game Day went here, it would be packed, and I think it'd be a lot of people would tune in, curious on it, and would give a lot of information to this rivalry, kind of like we're doing right now. Um, that would definitely help the publicity of the rivalry and make both of these schools more known or more well known because they're both two Division II schools.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And obviously, like you said, they were planning on it, and I think that they're trying to set it up because if I'm not mistaken, there's a big anniversary over this coming up pretty soon, and I think that potentially because of that, they're going to wait till the big anniversary. But this game brings in a lot of local attention
Mm-hmm.
because of the how insane the rivalry is. More people like show up in attendance for this game than the number of people who actually live in Arkadelphia, which is wild when you think about it. And then with it being a conference game, the hatred is so insane. But there another interesting fact is the trophy is now it's a bell, the Battle of the Ravine Bell, and the winning team takes possession of the bell that is rung in victory and displayed on each other's campus each year. And I'm pretty sure that they even have another ravine walk where the winning team walks on the other team's campus in boasting basically after they win. So these teams really, these two campuses really do hate each other, and it rivals a lot of the big rivalries that we see in college football today. It's just so small
Yeah.
because it's obviously two Division II teams that it's not as well known. Um, it's super cool. There's some other traditions like the winning team gets to paint the ravine rock on the losing school's campus. In a ravine run, they have a ravine run for the rights to do this, and it's so many little things like that. And man, it's so cool that it is garnering attention nationally.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. I think it's finally getting the attention that it needs, and that's good for Division II sports. And I think it's really going to help that conference, whatever conference they're in, and really help both those schools get more publicity, especially if College Game Day goes there, whether that's next year or in a couple of years. But man, this is week 2 of us doing the rivalry series. We're trying to do a 10 straight weeks or 10 weeks of the best rivalries in all of college football and sports. So make sure you comment any other facts that we did not get for this game and comment a rivalry that you would like to see us cover. And make sure you subscribe for more content like this as we transition into college basketball. Thank you for watching the American South podcast.